only made one bad decision at 19!
2 bad decisions!
Hi everyone, welcome back to Two Bad Decisions with Lauren Han. I'm Han, and today it's just me for the intro because this is part 2 of Laura and I taking personality tests for each other. So, yeah, you're just gonna hear the rest of that from last week. If you have not listened to part 1, you can go listen to that first, so this makes a little bit more sense. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, thanks for listening. See you guys with Lore for the intro next week. But yeah, okay, I think we should look through your like the other one, romantic, and then we should look at friendships and then like the conclusion.
I don't necessarily disagree with this one. I just think I don't know that extroverted is the right word.
I think it's a little bit more on the nose.
Yeah, definitely than the one I got before, which I like because it feels like you know me better than I know myself. Romantic relationships. All right.
Romantic.
Anyway. Sorry, this is off topic. I DM'd Han the other night because she posted something on her story and I said, want to make out? And
I just said okay.
It's been haunting me since I've said it.
I was like, okay.
She said, okay. And I said, sick. And that was the conversation.
Amazing. I felt
that was
good
the
about
conversation. And
I liked it.
Yeah. Do you ever say something and then it just haunts you?
Yeah.
That was mine.
Frequently. Always.
And like, I know it was like, haha, funny, but I was like, I wish I hadn't said that. Anyway.
You unsend the messages and then gaslight me. Like, what?
I'm like, I never said that. I would never.
You're like, okay, like what?
I clip out this part in the podcast. I'm like, I don't understand why you think I would ever say that. That's
why
so
would
inappropriate.
I say that? Like, I would never disrespect our boundaries as friends. Like, I don't know why you would ever say that to me. I'm kind of offended that like you think I would betray your trust like that.
Right. I'm like, you think like I want to make out with you? Honestly, like that is so stereotypical.
Oh my god. Amazing. Okay.
Anyway.
Romantic relationships.
Okay, so advocates tend to take the process of finding a romantic partner seriously. People with this personality type look for depth and meaning in their relationships, preferring not to settle for a match that's founded on anything less than true love.
I mean, yeah.
I agree, I guess.
I've never heard it put like that. I'm not purposely looking for true love, but I just think like if I don't see this being a long-term relationship, there's just no point for me personally.
Yeah, I think I agree with it. I think you take it seriously, not meaning that you like you're out there every day scouting, but like I think you like in the way you phrased it, where you were like you definitely don't want to be with someone if it's not a long-term thing.
Amazing.
Yeah,
agree.
It can take time for advocates to find a compatible partner. Some people might think advocates are too choosy, and it's true that these personalities can have unrealistic expectations. Some advocates might hold out for the quote-unquote perfect partner or relationship that ultimately doesn't exist. Yikes.
Okay, for sure.
That doesn't exist.
It does. It does take me time to find, to like someone that way. But like,
of a crush.
But yeah, I don't know if I have unrealistic. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think anything about what you ask for is unrealistic.
There's like, there's like that girl part of me, that like male validation part of me that's like, he liked me. Maybe I just do it.
Yeah, I understand that. Are you ever not attracted to someone? It's
frequently,
specifically men, and
always.
And they like you, and you're like, shit, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm like, I think this man is ugly. I do not want to be with him.
For like a hot second, I kind of doubt myself.
Right. Sometimes it's for like a month, and I'm like, wait, what were you doing?
And then after I'm like, I'm like, what the hell?
Like a little too long. It's embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, that didn't hit the nose for me, but it's like in the vein.
Yeah. That said, advocates' idealism, if balanced just enough with realism, can actually enhance their love lives. Advocate personalities tend to be in touch with their core values, so they care about compatibility as well as surface level attraction. This can help them avoid matches that aren't founded on authenticity or shared principles.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that just went in one ear and out the other.
I'm glad that we were both there. We were both in
I was
that.
reading it out loud, but my dumb stupid brain was just hamster wheel.
They care
Awful.
about. I don't care about surface level attraction, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think you do either.
In the ways.
Yeah, I don't know if those are equal for you.
Yeah,
I'm like, no, this is how you feel. But like, I don't know that those are like things that are equal for you or required to have an authentic relationship. Anyways, once advocates do find a suitable relationship, they rarely take it for granted. Instead, they tend to look for ways to grow as individuals and strengthen their connection with their partner. This can help advocates' relationships reach a level of depth and sincerity of which many people can only dream.
I mean, yeah.
I think you're very like sincere in your relationships.
I definitely want to grow with my partner.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely good. That's definitely a goal. If I'm in a relationship with someone, it should be
You
that
sure you wanna change hands. Sorry.
I just you just think so different.
God, Han, you're so different.
Anyways, agree. Amazing.
Anyways.
Is this for real? Why is this?
Wait, do that voice again. I kind of liked it.
I'm so conscious now.
I liked it. Is this for real? How'd you do that? Is this for real? I can't do it.
What's up?
Anyways. Advocates care about integrity, and they tend to bristle when people try to change them or talk them into something that they don't believe. Firm agree, I think. As a result, advocate personalities gravitate towards partners who appreciate them as they are. And there's a great, sorry, there was another you changed joke in there, but I couldn't figure it out quick enough. Anyways, and there's a great deal to appreciate about advocates. They're warm, caring, honest, and insightful, with an ability to see the truth that lies beneath surface appearances. Oh, I like that last line.
That's sweet. I definitely agree with that first half. Oh my god. I feel like nobody likes that, but I particularly don't like that. Like, like when they're like, where can we compromise? No.
Absolutely not. We'll not be doing that one.
I'm not gonna compromise like my very firm belief.
Right.
Sorry.
I like that about you though.
Oh, thank you.
That's a little toxic. When it comes to like our Little Women debates.
I
will not compromise.
I kind of like it though. I mean, I don't. Yeah. Anyway,
it's very endearing. I think I like it a lot. Like I know when you're agreeing with me, you're not just agreeing to agree.
Exactly.
Which it makes it more genuine. I like it. Anyway, people with this personality type create a depth to their relationships that can hardly be described in conventional terms. Because of their sensitivity and insight, advocates can make their partners feel heard and understood in beautiful ways.
Wow.
I mean, we're not dating, but yeah.
Yeah.
Advocates are afraid. You're like, wait. Anyways, advocates aren't afraid to express their love, and they feel it unconditionally. Interesting.
I don't know about unconditionally, but like
that's the word I was stuck on.
Yeah. I mean, through a lot of, if I decide that I mean, it's just like a general thing. If I decide that I like someone, like with Laur, anything flies. You can do whatever you want.
Crystals right in. Sorry, continue.
Wait, what?
I just dropped 2 crystals on the ground and you can hear the thump. And I know they're going to be able to hear the thump in the audio. And it's
That's okay. It's okay. But yeah.
They're staying there. I don't need them. It's fine.
Amazing.
Just like having something to hold. I'm like crying.
We're reaching like the breaking point, when like things just stop making sense and everything's funny.
We've gotten there. Sorry, continue.
That was all. my god. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna pick them up now. I know I said I wouldn't, but I did.
Amazing.
I just picked up one. Where was I? Okay.
The Why you say it like that?
I don't know. One of the things advocates find most important is establishing genuine, deep connections with people they care about.
Yes.
Advocates tend to recognize that love isn't a passive emotion, but rather an opportunity to grow and learn. Oh, that's sweet.
That's nice.
And they expect their partners to share this mindset.
Say it back.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. As a result, relationships with advocates are not for the uncommitted or the shallow.
Oh yeah, this is some long-term shit that we're engaging in right now. This is a very long time.
When it comes to intimacy, advocates can be incredibly passionate in ways that go beyond the physical. People, sorry, I'm 12, but people with this personality type crave an emotional and even spiritual. Ooh, spiritual.
Oh.
I don't know about that. Well,
connection
with the, are we praying to God?
Say amen. Say it.
Like you met the boy at church. Like I'm sorry, I'm just really stuck on this one. Is that blasphemy? Anyway, maybe we'll cut.
Anyways.
People with this personality type crave an emotional and even spiritual connection with their partner. They cherish not just the act of being in a relationship, but also what it means to be one with another person in mind, body, and soul.
I don't want to be one with anybody, but that was pretty on the nose. Amazing. Okay, so now let's look at what you got for friendships. Here we go. Entertainers are known for their irrepressibly social and excited attitudes. I don't think so. Wait, this is kind of funny.
I'd be insufferable.
If it was just always on the table. No. They don't internalize much of anything.
I guess that's true.
I love that. I love the phrasing. Sharing it all with their extensive like you don't have extensive. Like
No,
me neither. We just don't have it. Okay.
You're like such a loser.
No, because we just don't function that way. Okay,
yeah,
anyways.
I agree.
Sharing it all with their extensive circles of friends with wit, style, enthusiasm, and optimism. Entertainers are explorers of the pleasures of life, and they take particular pleasure in sharing those experiences with others. For entertainers, there's no point in living if you can't feel alive.
Super, super agree.
Amazing.
I mean, I don't have extensive circles of friends because I'm not an extrovert, but
but I do think
I guess
share
introverts probably could too, but
I do think you share it.
Yeah, they were right. I internalized nothing. It's all out there. If anyone has ever seen my Finsta, every waking thought. Sometimes I won't post for like a month, but pretty much it's like every single thought I have.
Wow. It's what's like the opposite of a sponge, you know? It's like that. It just like bounces right off.
Like a rock.
like the experience is thrown at you and it just comes right back out. Out. Amazing. Okay.
Ooh, like a boomerang.
Oh yeah.
No.
It's like fun that way.
I was like, we both said yeah and no at the same time. I'm trying to think of something that spits things back out. Like a dishwasher.
Or like those tennis ball things.
Yeah. Those softball pitches.
Okay. Yeah. Entertainers are people of action. Getting out with activities that engage all five senses is entertainer personality's idea of a good time. Sometimes though. All five. I don't know about that.
I can't think of anything that engages all five senses.
Eating. Oh
yeah.
Eating at a concert.
You hear it? I guess you hear a crunch, depending on what you're eating. Sorry, that just threw me through a loop. Absolutely, what engages all five senses, and you enjoy all five of those. There's not a single activity I can.
That'd be awful. You could not pay me to engage in anything that involves all five of my senses.
And you have to enjoy each of them because it says I like it.
Like watching a movie.
But what am I tasting?
Popcorn.
Yeah, I guess I do like going to movie theaters.
Me too.
Maybe yeah. I like everything about that. I don't like the feeling, I guess, of sitting so close to people, but
I hate those. Yeah, the whole arm overlap thing is a little much for me. Anyways, sometimes though, entertainers may go too far with risky or careless behaviors and try to bring others along for the ride. People with this personality type are sensitive, and rejecting
Yes,
these
ma'am.
pastimes can be taken personally, ending friendships then and there. The entertainers don't have to be lectured. Don't have time to be lectured.
I
Uh-huh.
would agree. I don't like being lectured. I don't know that many people do. But I think I disagree. I don't want my like if you don't I feel like we've said this. If you don't know, Han doesn't drink.
Mhm.
And I am not 21, so that's neither here nor there. But um
You've
I
never
would never
taken
be
it.
like, Han, we can't be friends
Be
because
like, what? Yeah.
like that's like such an awful thing.
Yeah. I don't
Like,
think
oh,
you.
you don't want to jump off a bridge with me? We can't be friends. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like you want to do this risky behavior.
I think you do it. You'll just do it anyway. I
Yeah, I
think.
do. I'll do it alone. So I think
Yeah.
often what happens is my friends will come with me just to make sure I don't like die.
Mhm.
But
That's
I'm not
often,
like, we
yeah.
can't be friends if you don't, you know, go
Mhm.
do this thing with me.
No, yeah. I do. Yeah. That's probably the only time I've like come with you to do something. I'm just like, a little
Yeah, I
concerned.
think
Maybe I should go.
my favorite thing when I realized exactly how much I concerned, like particularly you, Hannah, and Mariel, was when
Mhm.
I went to a frat party that was really far away when we were
Oh
in New
God,
York.
I was triggered. I was
And they were like, why don't you like text me your location or something? We can come get you. I was like, nah, man, I'll figure it out. But
oh, and you this
they were
bitch,
like, what the hell?
all your phone was always at like, okay, you're like, yeah, I'm at like 2%. Always,
Yeah.
always
My
at
phone
2%.
would die at 70%.
Yeah, it
It
was
was really
awful.
bad.
But yeah.
So someone else had to take me home, but she was really sweet.
Okay, that was good. I'm glad. Making new
Amazing.
friends isn't a problem for entertainers, though. They use an alluring combination of blunt truths and disarming openness and charm to keep things moving. Where entertainer personalities falter is in keeping the friends they already have, in their excitement and focus on here and now over history. Entertainers too easily exhaust the adventure one person has to offer, moving on once one person's novelty is worn off. A little bit.
That is incredibly true. And maybe this is mean because I still have like existing friends. You are one of the few, I would say maybe the only person where your novelty like hasn't worn off for me.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
And like that's like I feel like that's like shitting on my friends now, but like you're just super interesting to me. And I can't
Oh,
figure out what it is, but like
you're never gonna find out.
you're
You're
never
here
gonna find
forever.
out. It's
You're
gonna
here
last forever.
forever. Yeah.
But
I do see that. You do get bored of people sometimes, and you're like, okay.
yeah, I get very bored of people, especially when it's like I think it's that you don't have very like repetitive, like annoying behaviors. Like I'm not saying like Han could never do anything wrong. She could never be like
Mm-hmm.
irritating in any way, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like you don't do things, to me at least, over and over again that are very annoying. Like,
Yes,
and
this
you don't
makes
have a lot
sense.
of repetitive behaviors in general. Like you're always doing something new. So I
Oh,
think you're very like interesting to me.
oh, that's really nice.
That sounded like a little too gaslighty or like
No,
manipulating. I don't know what the word is for what I just said, but like,
no, I like that. I feel flattered by it. Okay, this can all give the impression that entertainers are shallow, pleasure-centric creatures who care little for anyone but themselves.
I
This is
agree.
no, you're not though. This is a terrible misunderstanding and far from the truth, but nevertheless makes friendships with intuitive and personality types. Oh, that's me, IN.
Mhm.
Um, challenging. But
Oh,
see, the difference is that I am the exception to this rule.
you are the exception to everything. Like,
Amazing. Entertainers care sincerely about their friends. This is true. It's why they put so much effort into coming up with group experiences they believe everyone will enjoy, and they are deeply distressed by the occasional conflicts that end these relationships. This is true.
mhm.
Amazing.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah. As they grow and mature, entertainers respect different personality types and approaches more and more. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, agree. It's like how we
Amazing.
talk about how we wouldn't have been friends in high school.
Yeah. I'm glad we met at the time that we did. It was perfect timing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Novelty is king for people with the entertainer personality type, and there's only so much diversity among fellow explorer types. Entertainers love touching on intellectual and philosophical subjects, and they seek out a diversity of personality types and perspectives to keep among their friends. But
That
as
feels like a
these,
weird sentence.
yeah, that was a weird one. So yeah, I think you have the capacity to like be friends with a lot of different kinds of people, whereas I
Mhm.
usually will stick to the same kinds of people, I think.
Yeah, I think I'm slightly your exception for that. Cuz like,
You're a
you know
little bit
how you can
outside of
match
it.
up some of your friends?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I have a match.
No, you don't. That's like the
That's
beautiful thing
very
about it.
narcissistic of me. I'm like, I'm
No,
the
you
only
don't.
one.
You are the
But
exception in my life as well.
I'm sorry, I'm just not gonna touch that. But yeah, I definitely, I think I have like you said, the capacity to be friends with a lot of different people. I usually choose not to. Like I pick like I like have like my three, maybe even two sometimes that I really, really like and continually hang out with. But I don't know, because I've been very close with like my best friends don't usually remind me of each other. But again, they only last a year and a half. Sometimes I think my longest friendships were in childhood. You know how people are friends with like Han, you're friends with like your middle school best friend.
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
That's crazy. I think I'm thinking about like how your friend Gabby and how we are extremely different people.
Yeah,
And
incredibly.
that you just have like a very wide range of like people that you can be friends with, which is cool.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. I don't know how I got here. Because there's some people I really it's interesting that you say that, because if I were to talk to my mom, she would say I'm friends with the same, like I need people to like share my ideologies and stuff like that. So I think it's very interesting to see how like I'm gonna make my mom take this about me. Sorry, I brought her up way too much in this podcast, but I want to see like how she views me.
Amazing. Okay. But as these friends grind into the details of some esoteric topic about the long-term consequences of faltering European economic output, entertainers inevitably find their minds wandering, hoping for someone to rush up and say, "Guess what just happened?" What? No, you're not like that.
That's so true. Like
Is
I'll be
it?
talking about something like very specific. I'm definitely a mind wanderer. I think I'm often the person that says like, "Guess what just happened?" in the middle of it. Like I'll be talking and I'll be like, but then there was this and that. Like, I don't think I need someone else to come up and interrupt because I'm doing the interrupting.
Oh my God. I was gonna disagree with that just because we have deep conversations, but you do mind wander. That's okay.
Yeah, a lot. I do it on the pod a lot, and you have to refocus me sometimes. Like, and you do it very gently where you're like, yeah, so then there's this. I'm like, I just talked about something that had nothing to do with what we were talking about for 15 minutes.
Amazing. Well, would you like to share the friendship stuff?
Yes, ma'am. Friendships. Oh, there's a quote that says, "The most I can do for my friend is simply be his friend."
That's very sweet.
That's sick. Okay, INFJs have a deep desire for authenticity and sincerity in everything they do. From their daily activities to their relationships. As a result, people with this personality type rarely settle for friendships of convenience. That's so true for you.
This is very, very true.
Rather than rely on the superficial interactions with the people they see every day at work or school, they generally prefer to have a close circle of confidants. Sorry. That Han told me the other day, we were talking about how maybe we said it on the pod actually, how I would go out with like school friends to like get coffee or something, or like that I enjoyed having people that I didn't have to see after school, but were like very close with when school was happening or class was happening.
Yeah.
And Han was like, I like to have like school and then I like to go home to my friends.
Yeah, I just find it more comforting that way for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, this is very true.
It's nice to like separate your academic, and I do it to some extent, like separate my academic and social life, but you feel very strongly about that one. I like that.
Yeah.
Advocates tend to light up around friends who share their passions, interests, and beliefs. Few things give these personalities more pleasure than connecting with others over discussions about meaningful ideas and philosophies. Once advocates know they can trust someone completely, they find it incredibly fulfilling to share their innermost thoughts, ideas, and feelings with them.
Yes. I think it's like, it has to be like you, Mariel, and like Matt, where there's nothing I could do. If I think something, it's coming out of my mouth. Like it does, like it just like, there's simply no stopping it. I will share it with you. Like,
right. Yeah. That's how I feel about you. I do like weird shit around you. That I don't think I do around another person. I also, now I'm like seeing like the diversity of friends things, because again, Gabby isn't really anything like you.
that's cool.
But I feel similarly like when I'm talking to her, except I don't know how to like explain it. It's not like I share anything different. Or like maybe I do. Or like probably some things I'd share with you before I'd share with her or something like that. But I think it's the way I share it.
What do you mean?
It's hard to like I think Gabby and I have a similar way of talking, like a very unfocused, like and something just comes up that happened months ago that we also don't hang out very frequently. Because like, I mean, even before like the pandemic, we didn't, really hang out. But yeah, like I think when I'm sharing things with you, it's like a little more structured. And like we reflect on it more.
Interesting. I think for me, the way that I show that I like appreciate you or anybody, like somebody I like, then I just like, I don't know what it is. I feel the need to share like every passing thought and every single thing that I thought about them in like the past day. Like I need to share like every little detail of substance or no substance. But it's just like I'm just trying to show like I don't know what my intention is with it, but it just means like I appreciate you.
I love it.
Here's everything I've been thinking.
Right. I think I do that with you. That actually helped like me clarify. With Gabby, I think it's more we share experiences rather than every like passing thought. So maybe that's what I meant. I had a hard time like clarifying that.
Interesting.
Anyway, searching for a heart of gold. So I've been coughing a lot this podcast, or clearing my throat.
It's okay.
Just as advocates have high standards for themselves, they also have high standards for their friendships. They want to feel compatible with their friends on a deep level. In addition, advocate personalities generally want to surround themselves with people who will inspire them and inspire them to grow and improve. Most advocates don't want just to have fun with their friends. They also want to learn new things, make discoveries, and deepen their bonds. I had a hard time getting through that one. That wasn't even weirdly worded. I just did.
I agree with this. I think I kind of think I have a habit of surrounding myself with people who are better than me. Because I'm like, well, maybe it'll rub off on me, maybe like or no, it's not even that, not like better, but like things that are like different from me that I like about them. So hopefully I suck it up like a sponge and it becomes me too.
I agree with that, except I do surround myself with people that are better than me, like just so much better.
No.
Anyways.
I disagree. Yeah.
Too bad. Anyways, this is a tall order, and advocates may feel that it's difficult to meet the sort of friends they're searching for. Because advocates are a rare personality type, they may meet relatively few people who really remind them of themselves. Oh, that's cute, because when we took it, we had INF together. As a result, they may feel as if they need to settle for the less than fulfilling friendships or else accept being alone.
Except I won't settle for unfulfilling friendships. I won't do it. I'll just be by myself. But I do agree. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't really think any of my friends are like exactly like me. Except Mariel. Mariel's like weirdly similar to me.
Yeah.
In ways
that also INFJ?
Hers was different when we took it with her, but she did say that she had that before. But yeah, I think, but even then, I don't think like Mariel doesn't remind me of me, there's just like certain similarities, but yeah, I agree.
Right.
Interesting.
She reminds me of my childhood friend, so I think about that a lot.
She reminds me of Matt.
She was my first best friend. You know how you have like a first best friend? Or she was one of my first. I guess I had two at the same time. But Mariel really reminds me of her. So like
that's really sweet.
Yeah. It's like they have a similar energy. I think Mariel's a little more positive though.
Oh, that's kind of nice though. When that she reminds you of her.
That's why I think I liked her. Anyway. Sorry, I forgot where I was. Okay. Fortunately, advocates are more than capable of finding these types of friends they long to meet. And they might just have to use their intuition to do so. In their quiet, understated way, advocate personality types have a knack for seeing beyond appearances and understanding people's deeper natures. They can use this ability to move past first impressions and figure out whether someone's interests, values, and attitudes might be compatible with their own. By doing this, advocates can befriend people who might seem totally different from them, but who are compatible on a deeper level.
That's how I feel about you.
I was about to say, because Hannah and I would not have been friends if it weren't for Mariel.
I don't know. I just think we just seem we just on the surface level, we seem very different. But it's like not that part that matters. I think that's like what I like about you. It's like all the other stuff that makes us compatible, which is like fun.
Yeah, I think if I hadn't met you, I would definitely, like, I don't think we'd be as similar. I think you've like edited me a little.
I think I'm more like you now too. Like I think we just kind of like, you know, that
but
just
I really
happens.
like it. Like I like being like this.
Me too.
I like this more than how I was at 17, 18. So
me too. I enjoy myself a lot more now, which, you know, in another year, I'm going to say I like myself then more than now.
Right.
But, you know, that's just how, that's life. So
I think I despised myself more like as the personality I was when I met you guys versus like when I was like 14. I hate it more. Whoa. I hate it so much.
Really?
It's very cynical. And now I'm still cynical. I'm just less like that.
I think I've had a pretty steady liking of myself, I think. I think it might have, no, yeah. I kind of just, as I get older, I just like myself, which is like more than the year before, which I think is just normal.
I think, yeah, generally, except now that I look back, 18, I feel like, or like 17, 18, I was like, or like newly.
I feel lucky that you guys liked me because I wouldn't have liked myself at that age either. Like when I met you guys, I was just kind of annoying.
You liked me.
Like I feel like I got lucky there because I like myself a lot more now, and like I get why we're friends now. But I'm like when I think about when we met, I'm like I was just really different. I'm like I'm glad it like was okay.
I don't know. I think I was less myself then. I didn't do the things I wanted to do or like talk the way I wanted to talk or like. It's just overcompensating constantly. See, I waited till it melted to water. Anyway.
Amazing.
I like reading little green blurbs too. In friendship, it's as though advocates are searching for a soulmate, someone who shares every facet of their passions and imagination.
Yes.
It's cute.
That's very sweet.
Loyalty and authenticity. Advocates have a quiet determination that can be quite charismatic, and their ability to express themselves clearly and passionately can make them truly shine. At times, these traits may lead to unwanted attention and popularity for advocates who tend to be private.
No, that's never happened to me.
Really? Okay, so this is how I imagine you in high school. I think you were so cool. You were definitely cooler than I was in high school, which isn't saying much. It's not like I was like super cool, but
I was not cool.
I like imagining you being in like a band and doing all these productions is like, I feel like you like a lot of people liked you and you just like didn't do anything about it. Like just people that wanted to be friends.
I don't know. I have no clue.
I think you came off as intimidating because you were very intimidating when I first met you.
A lot of people think
so
I don't
nervous
like
to hang out with you.
Yeah, a lot of people told me that they thought I didn't like them at first.
Yeah, you come off as very intimidating. I don't think you didn't like me. I just was like, I don't know how we're gonna do this.
But I'm just nervy too. I was scared to hang out with you. I was like, oh no. I mean, I wanted to. I was just scared.
So did I. I was very excited to go get plants with you. And I was very excited that you offered. Because I remember you were like, you can come with me.
Yay.
I was like, and then you showed me around like by your school. And like in Barnes and Noble and stuff.
No. That's when we stood in the Barnes and Noble for like 20 minutes and didn't sit down.
I was so nervous to make any kind of I do that with new friends. I will not make any kind of decision.
That is so.
I don't want them to dislike me.
That is so funny because like now I would just tell you to sit down. So
I still do that. I'm like I will force my new friends to make every decision.
Like what?
I'm like I don't want you to dislike me.
We were standing for and it was like you had to sit down. You're like I don't know. You had to sit down.
Like obviously we were in a coffee shop. We should have just sat down.
What else are you gonna do? You're not gonna just stand the whole time. Yeah,
that was so embarrassing. I don't know why.
I'm glad it was just us there.
I think my first like decision with you came like spring semester. Like it took me so long. And I remember you asked what we wanted to eat, and I was like sushi. Like,
really took a lot out of you, you know? Like,
it took so much out of me. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways.
Jesus. Anyway, that was my way of saying I think like a lot of people wanted to be friends with her. And I think the people you want to be friends with gravitate towards you.
That's sweet. I don't know. I don't know about that, but that's nice.
Advocates may sometimes find themselves surrounded by people who want to impress them. That's me. How do you say that? Paradoxically?
Paradoxically.
Oh my God. Paradoxically. I don't like that.
That's awful.
Paradoxically.
Ugh.
Bleh. This can make it more difficult for people with this personality type to find friends with whom they feel a connection. After all, the only way to be counted among advocates' true friends is to be authentic, honest, and real.
I don't think I've ever been around anybody that wants to impress me.
It's me.
But just I mean, you claim this, but like it would only be you that is claiming this. Oh, that's funny.
I'm like everything I do, I'm like, I wonder if Han would like this. And if I don't think he'd like it, I wait a month to share it with you so I can be like, oh, that was last month.
Like, no, yeah, I'm different now. It's different.
I've changed.
I've changed.
Is this an influencer's like note app apology? You're like, I've changed. It was a month. It was 28 days ago. I'm so different. Anyway. Once they do find I need to set this down. It's echoing in the microphone. Once they do find genuine friends, people with the advocate personality type make loyal and caring companions. With their trademark warmth and enthusiasm, they support their friends' efforts to grow and expand their lives. In general, advocate personalities don't require a great deal of day-to-day attention from their friends.
I beg to differ. I beg to differ. I feel sad when I don't get attention.
Yeah, I agree for both you and for me.
But like I need a lot of attention, but I need it to be quality. Like you can't be like multitasking. Well, it depends. Like I can take a little bit, but I can't be like wanting to show you something and then you're like looking at your phone. I'll cry.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, agree. In general, advocate personalities don't I just read that. For them, quality trumps quantity. I agree with that part. And that includes the time they spend with their nearest and dearest.
Mm-hmm. I do want quality attention.
But like, I just want a lot of it.
I just want a lot. Yes, a lot of quality attention.
As trust grows, advocates tend to share more of their inner lives with their friends. If these revelations are met with acceptance and support, this can herald the sort of friendship that transcends time and distance, lasting a lifetime.
Oh, that's really sweet.
It is cute. That's us.
It is us. Anyway. Transcending time and distance.
Transcending the grave. We're gonna be there together.
Into the grave. See you there.
See you there. I'll be there waiting for like an additional 20 years. Like,
stop. No. I'm gonna be so sad.
You have to, like, I imagine you will be spending like at least 20 years on this earth.
No, that is so depressing. I don't want to. You gotta wait until we're both ready to
I'll try really hard to wait. That way we can die together.
Mm-hmm. Then there's not a single day I spend without you.
You're like, I can't.
Imagine if we die and we're like, and then I open my eyes and you're just there. And we're like, oh, hey.
Can the afterlife just be us? Like no one else is invited.
Us. You know, like in Harry Potter in the movie where they're like in that white part, like the white.
I've never seen the movie.
Oh, basically, so there's this part where he's like between death and life, and he's in this like white area that's like a train station, and there's just nothing there, but it's just vibe. So it's just us there. We just vibe, hanging out.
Yeah. Did anyone hear that super loud laugh from my 16-year-old brother who never shuts the up? Sick.
Amazing.
Keep that part in there. I want him to know. I want my mom to know.
Amazing. Tell them.
Anyways, over the years, advocates may end up with just a few true friendships rather than a wide circle of casual acquaintances. Okay. But as long as those friendships are built on a richness of mutual understanding, advocates wouldn't have it any other way.
Agree. Amazing. That was pretty good. Pretty good.
I just clapped really weird. I don't like that.
Okay, let's read your conclusion to wrap your thing up. Here we go. So it says, few personality types are as charming and attractive as entertainers. Known for their ability to improvise and focus completely on the present, entertainers are great at finding new exciting new things to explore and experience. Entertainers' energy, enthusiasm, and down-to-earth attitude are invaluable in many areas, including their personal growth. I don't know if you're down to earth. You're kind of floaty.
I was going to say, I don't think that's not like one of my descriptors. I don't know that I focus on anything. Like when they're like, oh, they're very focused on the present. Agree. Like I think if it were anything like past, present, and future, it would be present. But I don't know that I don't know that anything's going on up there. Like, you know how people plan out what they're going to say in their head before they say it? I don't do that. It just comes out.
That's all I do. I just plan in my head always.
Really, I like
Yeah.
if it's in a conversation with a bunch of people, I will. But if it's like just two people, I'm gonna say what I'm like. I'm just gonna say it. It's gonna be awful. We're
It
all gonna have to.
depends. Yeah, it depends on what it is for me, but I sometimes I'll need to plan it. Okay. Yet entertainers can be easily tripped up in situations where their focus on practical matters is more of a liability than an asset. That was a weird sentence. Whether it is finding or keeping a partner, reaching dazzling heights on the career ladder, or learning to plan ahead, entertainers need to put in a conscious effort to develop their weaker traits and additional skills. What you have read so far is just an introduction. Okay, blah, blah, blah. That's like the stuff that they tell
I
everybody.
like the sentence. This is not a trick.
This is not a trick. Okay, that was it.
Okay,
It's
sick.
just like all the blah blah blah. That was kind of weird. They just kind of
Yeah.
sum it up weird, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I like that more than like
I think
the
it was
other one
better.
I got.
The other one was
I think that's
calling
my
it.
ideal like self, other than the like bursting out and singing and dancing. I don't think I'm like that.
I just don't think you're that like going out and like getting in everyone's faces. But like it's a lot of that like I think that but I do think it gets like the excitement of like being friends with you is there.
Oh, that's
It's
like
like
you guys always make me seem like more interesting than I am.
because you are. You're so interesting. It just keeps going.
I'm wearing a lot of red today.
Amazing.
Sorry, I was
Perfect.
just really looking at my reflection. I'm like, that's a lot. You did a lot.
No, I like it.
Thank you. Conclusion time. Few personality types are as passionate and enigmatic as advocates. I'm going to look up what this word means.
Amazing. I think, like, I know it's a word. I just don't know what it means.
Difficult to interpret or understand. Mysterious.
I don't think I'm mysterious. I think I'm just like, I do think I'm a little, there's, quite a few dots to connect, you know?
Yeah, I liked the word puzzling.
Amazing.
As someone with this personality type, you stand out for your imagination, your compassion, your integrity, and your deeply held principles. Unlike many other idealistic types, however, wait, you're an idealistic type. Oh, no, I read that wrong. I thought it meant you were like the one to strive for. Idealistic types, however, you are also capable of turning your ideals into plans and executing them.
Amazing. That's
I
nice.
think you're very capable of that last line.
Thank you.
Yeah, advocates face challenges too. Even the most idealistic and dedicated personality types can become frustrated when it comes to navigating interpersonal conflicts, confronting unpleasant facts, pursuing self-realization, or finding a fulfilling career path. As a result, you may sometimes find yourself questioning who you really are and what you're really meant to be.
Interesting. But yeah, I guess that's the whole thing.
Ew, then it goes into like the...
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know, I expected more.
So exciting. That was fun. I think you were way more worried about it, and then you were more like on the nose than I was.
Yeah, I think I honestly agreed with most. The stuff that I didn't agree with was more like the extroverted stuff. That was like they'll like sing and dance anywhere, or like whatever. That one like stuck with me because it made me so like.
I think they just wrote a stupid ass introduction. I think that was on them. But yeah,
I don't think it was bad. Like I generally liked it.
Interesting.
I think I would like people like that. Maybe I'm just like projecting, and I'd be like, I'd like someone who acts like that, therefore I want to act like this. Except for like the super extroverted part. But yeah, I think if it had been more introverted, maybe that would have... I wonder what type that is.
I think ISFP would have matched you better, I would imagine. Because if it's like you, if it's like that, but like toned down, I can imagine it would work.
I think I'd agree.
Anyways, that was fun though.
That was fun.
I think everyone should do that with their friends.
I was way too nervous for that to like tell you what I got.
I think it's fine. I think it's, even if it's like not right, I mean, none of them are bad. So it's just kind of fun to like see what your friends think about you. And it's like flattering.
Yeah, agree for sure.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna wrap up now. I think this was a two-parter, so
yep.
Amazing.
Our resource list updated is now linked in the description. There were some like petitions that had far surpassed their goal, or whoever it was for either got justice or didn't. But it was no longer like really an active petition. So we switched out some things. We put a couple updated petitions, updated information. Yeah.
And she's reformatted, and yeah, more now, like the more recent ones are at the top, which is nice, I think. And yeah, so go check that out. It looks different. If you've already looked, it looks different now, so you should go look at it. And yeah, we have our Instagrams at Two Bad Decisions Pod and at Shop Two Bad Decisions. And yeah, thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.